Hey everybody. Oh man, was that country again? Hey everybody. All right, welcome to Xavia Fox Talks, and of course I'm your host Xavia Fox, and today we are here with part 2 of the Sister Circle. I know you guys are enjoying part 1, and there's lots of discussions and controversial debates, and I'm loving all of it. We're loving it all. And so now we're here for part 2, and the women are going to talk about y'all men. How about that? They about to talk about y'all. But it's not going to be men bashing. I don't think. Unless you guys need to be a little bashed. Anyway, I'm going to not take up any more mic time. I'm going to turn it over to the lovely women of the Sister Circle, and they shall introduce themselves one more time as they come back to join you.
Hi, I'm Erica again, you guys. My question is, what behaviors in men are turn-offs? I think the biggest turn-off is an over-cocky man. I like my men to be confident, but over-cocky, that's my turn-off. I like a little confidence, a little bit of cockiness, but over-cocky, that's my turn-off.
I'd have to ask you, what is over-cocky then?
Over-cockiness is being more into yourself when you're in a conversation with someone than being into that person. So if we're having a conversation and I know more about you than you know about me, or if you only know my name and I know your whole life story and what you do and all that, that's over-cockiness, yeah, for me. I think it's good for men to be confident, but just take it down a little bit. That's my biggest turn off.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. You know, I would also add, kind of similar to what you're saying, is a man that brags about what he's done or where he's been, and you know, it's just kind of all about him or what, you know. So I think that would be a major turn on.
I can tell you, one of the biggest turnoffs to me is a man's inability to balance his priorities. So, and what I what I mean by that is, if we set a date and we're gonna go out and hang out, the last thing I want you to do is call me and tell me your dog's cousin's, auntie's, grandma's best friend needs a ride somewhere and you need to push our date off. Or, you know, your mother fell and your sister can't get there. Not being insensitive to your mother, but just simply saying, when plans are set, that you need to appropriately determine if plans need to be canceled for true emergencies, plans need to be postponed for whatever reason, or if it's just bull crap and it's just something you're saying. I just cannot stand when I know you're using the family structure for bull crap excuses. So that is a big turn off. If if that's your thing, if you're really not interested, say so.
And I completely agree, because that was my answer. I hate men that don't know how to, prioritize and know exactly, say what they gonna do. If, just like you said, if we have a date set, something comes up, don't give me no BS excuse to why you can't do it. Or you tell me we're gonna do one thing and then we don't do it, and then I find out you was hanging out with the boys or whatever. Like, come on now, for real. Like, let's be serious. Like, that bothers me to it. Ooh.
I have like so many, but I'll just give one or two.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm Kelly again, and I'm a victim of abstinence.
Understand.
I would say a man that doesn't respect a woman's voice. A man who, if you're having a discussion with a woman, and whether it's a debate or it's you guys are communicating, you speak your mind, and then when she's ready to speak hers, you don't respond to her comment because you don't feel her comment is even important or has any substance in that conversation. That is a dead turnoff for me. Like, my vessel will burst. Really, like, because that goes back to, you're not looking at the woman as your equal. You're looking at her as your subservient, and no, you know, we have a voice, and it needs to be heard. So that's, you know, great turn off for me. And a procrastinator, but I won't go into that.
That too. Hi, I'm Tarita, and my biggest turnoff is the lack of honesty. Because I figure I hate deception. Lay it all on the table. Naturally, you're not going to give me everything about you, but if you're honest with me, you give me the opportunity to decide if I want to pursue you further or move away from you. But the deception, far as you're putting on this facade to woo me, and just be honest. I'm a big girl. I took my big girl pill at 5 this morning. So, so I would say the lack of honesty.
I definitely agree with that. It's so ridiculous. Like, I know men will probably say, "Oh, you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to. You can't handle the truth." And, right? And, no, but like seriously, right? Don't lie to me. Like, I remember meeting a guy, and I told him up front, "Look, you know, I just met you. I'm pretty sure you are an attractive guy. You know, you in the entertainment world, I know you talking to somebody, or you dealing with somebody, you got a dip off, you got a friend with benefits, you got something going on. So just let me know what's going on, and let me decide if I want to keep going or not." "Oh no,
Don't
I'm
steal
single.
my choice." Yeah.
I'm not messing with nobody. I ain't talking."
Let me ask you a question on that. If he's single, and so he's not committed to anybody, including you, does he have to tell you his business? Does he? If he's not committed to this woman, he is single. He can dip off and jump off with whatever he wants to. Does he really owe you that information?
That's a good point, though.
Why?
But give me the opportunity to, like you said, give me.
You
the
have every opportunity to do what you're
decide.
gonna do, whether he's got to dip off or jump off or snap off. You do what you're gonna do.
Because he really doesn't owe you anything.
He don't owe you nothing.
But I understand what
Now, if he
she's
got a
saying.
wife, he owes the guy. He got to tell
If
you.
he's in a relationship,
Right, he in a
owes it to
relationship,
you,
but if he
right.
actually
But a
single-
guy, that's a good point. Does he really
But
owe
see,
you?
on her defense, if it depends on his pursuit of her. If he's trying to take it to another level,
Then he should be honest.
Then he should be honest.
Yeah,
because
not just hanging out like
Yeah,
this, but
right.
yeah, like
Okay.
if you're
Because,
trying
you
to
know,
pursue me
right.
in like a real relationship.
Then he owes it to him to be honest about what it is he's doing. Yeah.
I think he does owe it to her. Just from a human standpoint, you know, like just be.
How about just respect me?
Why?
Just as a respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Just to be. What's
What's
the
so
harm in just
hard
being
about it?
honest?
What's hard?
You know,
I don't know,
I
because-
just met you. We don't have any major commitments.
Exactly. So why hide it?
Yeah,
Just put it out on the table.
I date.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I
I say and I
date.
see
Just
it.
say,
Right.
Yeah, I date. Exactly.
I think
date.
they try to, the reason why they don't be honest, they trying to build up their rotation. So in a
So they
sense
doing
where,
the 80-20 that we talked
yeah, no,
about?
or yeah, they
or-
just like their spinning wheel. They like to have girl number 7, 8 through 1. You know, they rotation. So that's
Yeah,
why
and
they
they're
probably
gonna be
scared
crushed.
they
Your tires gonna be
might
slashed.
if they tell you the truth.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And see, I've had my,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, I've had my moment in life where I didn't want to be in a committed relationship, and I actually told the dude, "Look, yeah, I'm hanging out with you, but I'm also hanging out with him and hanging out with him. I'm not sleeping with them, but I am dating." And he thought, he thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Until he called me and I was like, "I'm on a date, you know, I'll holler at you later." That didn't sit too well, and now it was a big problem. I don't like this, and then because you think somebody taking your spot. So you know, they a little funny acting too when it comes to that.
Because they want to be able to do it.
They don't
But
want
you
to
can't
right,
do it.
exactly.
They
You can't do it.
yeah, and see, that was a field that I just do not want to
You
play
get
because
called all types of names.
yeah, it's
That's
just
true.
that's not a good field. That whole dating guy. I mean, whether you're sleeping with them or not, but just the idea of having 5 guys, it's like 5 I could date right now. But I don't, because I might hurt somebody and it just might not turn out right. You know, somebody's feelings might get hurt.
But how do you
Men
find
get really
someone
emotional.
that you
They
date?
really do.
Right,
They will
to
snap
date.
sometimes. They will snap.
So you
That's
don't date
very
those
true.
child
You would
based
have to
off
date.
of what you know about them.
One's gonna
or
have
because-
money, one's gonna have good sex. No, I'm just kidding. One's gonna be a looker.
Please.
No, I'm
No.
just
They would all got together will make one
they're
great
gonna make
person.
it right. You know, but I'm just saying. My point is, just I guess piggybacking on that whole dating thing. Having the 3 or 4 guys, they can't deal with that. They can't. They'll tell you in the beginning, they're dating. You do what you want to do. I'm cool with that, and then I'm gonna do what I want to do. And like you said, the minute they find out you're on a date, there's an issue. But wait a minute. 6 months ago, you said this was cool. I'm still cool with it. It's
Right.
6 months later. So what's the problem? Did you develop some feelings that you didn't tell me
Exactly.
about?
Uh-huh.
What's the problem? You know, so that's touchy right there.
Well,
you know,
I think for a woman after 6 months of dating, you're gonna start weeding out. So I can imagine, and I might be completely wrong, but for me, I would say if I'm dating, let's say I'm dating 5 men for 6 months. After 6 months, few of those people
Someone gonna drop
you start
by.
She won't even make it to the 6 months.
You're right. You might drop some off, but you may add some more.
That's not a bad thing.
Somebody got replaced.
At some point,
you dropped off.
you know, it depends on where you are, I guess, in the process. Are you just dating to date, or are you dating
Just having fun? Yeah.
Right.
I just don't want to do that anymore. I might get caught up or something. You know,
That's true too.
But it's not caught up if you date.
Right.
girl.
It's not.
One other point that I'd like to make, just on that topic, is a man that's too closely tied to his mother.
Ooh, mama's boy.
Yes.
I love a man that takes care of his mother, that checks on her, calls, flowers, candy, all that for birthdays, Mother's Day, holidays. That's all fine and well. But when it's time to go home and that parent-child relationship time is over, then it's time to be with your significant other. And I love a man that can balance that. I really am saddened by men who cannot.
You know,
I know quite a few.
One, and let me tell you, it is a stroke waiting to happen.
A stroke?
That's what
It's a stroke and homicide is what it is.
Wow.
That is
Okay.
true.
I'm going to tell you, you know, when you're talking about a mama's boy, there is a whole lot more, to it than just that term. That man is so close to his mama, nothing she says is ever wrong. She can disrespect you, he won't defend you. You know, this is a true mama's boy. Mommy is the princess of all Egypt or whatever, and nothing she does is wrong ever. She can. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I dated this my son's father, and if you ever watched this, I'm sorry. You know it's true. You should have got therapy. You should have been in therapy with her because your relationship with your mom is abnormal. Sorry. You know, so that's why we broke up. Anyway, back to the table. So
Commercial break.
really, it was horrible. Like we would be out. And we could be just waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 and getting ready to have breakfast. And she would call. And she would say, "What are you doing?" "Oh, nothing." "What do you mean, nothing?" well, I need you to come and do this for me. He would leave.
Wow.
We could be out to dinner. She would call. He would leave.
Oh, that's
That's too much.
This is a mama's boy.
Wow.
So when you say mama's boy, these are the things that they do.
And let me add.
You don't fit in. They love you, but you just you don't fit in with the mom.
Right.
I had to walk away, but I'll tell you. Let me just finish this. After 7 years of her smart comments, his non or lack of defense on my behalf, when it came to my son, she was non-existent. I stepped outside of who I was, and that was the end of that relationship. Gotta go.
They need to just build a house on the hill and live happily.
He didn't have a relationship. It's horrible.
It really is.
No, 6 boys, but he was the favorite.
Wow.
Was she still married?
No.
And I was gonna say.
But she has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend. Oh, this relationship still goes on today.
Wow.
People in the neighborhood will warn you: don't date him, because that the mama. She ain't letting him go nowhere.
That's
Oh, you get warned. It was really sad. I had never been in something, but I will say that it taught me because I have a son.
Right.
So I was glad I experienced that because now I know what not to do. I know what behaviors not to exhibit, to my son's girlfriend because I don't want to be his demise.
Right.
So it was a great experience as far as me being a mother to a boy, but as far as dating a mama's boy, I wouldn't recommend that for anything.
Oh, wow.
I would not.
Please, I'm not trying to go to jail and share a cell with Big Shirley. Thank you.
Yes, I wouldn't recommend it at all. If the first thing comes out of his mouth is, we're going to go to my mama's house, she's going to go hang with us, run.
Run.
No, because there is a healthy point where you can spend time with the mother-in-law and it would be okay. I've done that. And the only thing I was going to add is because my firstborn is a son and he's almost 21, the one thing I'm very careful of is to put boundaries in place for us, because I saw my ex-husband, the mother made him her husband, and I did not want that for my son. So when my son would say, Mom, do you need me to do this, that, or the other, or do you need me to come? I just tell him, no, you go live your life. You go spread your wings. So I left him in one state and I'm in another state so that he could grow up and be a man without the smothering, because I've seen it. And it's just so unhealthy, and how sad to put your child in that position. So for men, please, if this sounds like something you've heard along the way,
just go get some therapy.
I beg of you to evaluate that and truly put the right boundaries in place, because you don't want to miss an awesome opportunity to love someone.
And it's not that you're trying to compete with the mother. It's just
it's unfair.
The cord has been cut. It's two separate relationships. I can't compete with your mother. I'm not going to compete with your mother. But if it's not a dire emergency, there's no reason why you should leave an engagement that we're currently, dealing with. She should be simply told, Mama, I'm not going to make it. I'm with Kelly, or I'm with my girlfriend at this particular time, and let me call you back.
And on the flip side, a man who does not like his mother or has anger with his mother,
he does
because he can't have a relationship with a woman until he repairs his mother.
That's true.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. So I always say women shouldn't suffer because the lack of love that your mother gave you.
Right. That's true.
Man.
I have one more turn off though, is a man who has a lack of a drive to work.
Lack of ambition.
Lack of ambition. Thank you.
I can't stand it either.
The ladies just
And what about the ones that just want to go to work and come home and drink a beer?
Yeah.
There's more to life than that. I mean, I'm not like, forgive me, because you want your guy to work. It's a great thing. There's more to life than just going to work and coming home.
Right. I dated a guy that was a phenomenal cook. That's how I actually gained weight. Dating him, because I would come home, I had, appetizers, dinner, main course, and dessert, like all in one day.
Trying to do that.
I know he was. I was my biggest ever dating this guy, but he was a phenomenal cook and was in a dead-end job. And I'm like, damn, why don't you go to culinary, school and
what was his name?
Don't throw out names.
Yeah, no name. I tell you on the side, but yeah, like everybody would, like my family would call him up and be like, hey, can you cook this for our function, whatever. And I saw potential of him taking that and doing more with it, but it was go to this dead-end job, come home, sit, watch TV, do nothing else. And I was just like that, and I literally, like, we were on two totally separate paths, because I was in graduate school, I was trying to do something with my life, I'm trying to help him do something with his life, but he didn't want to do nothing with his life. I'm like,
you gotta go.
Can't do it.
That's dead weight is what I call that.
That's true.
Because it's somebody who doesn't want to grow.
Yeah, you want to stay right where you are.
Growing, and then this person's not growing, and then
it's not going to work.
No, it's not.
You're on two different roads.
Yeah,
that's true. Being complacent.
Yeah. So wow.
I have not, I can honestly say I haven't allowed a man, any guy that I've been with, allowed him to be a man, truly be a man, only because I feel like I probably nitpick a lot and probably say, no, I don't think you're doing this right, or maybe you should try it this way, or maybe you should do this, so I understand that sometimes you should allow a man to be a man, and just have him run the household and do what he's supposed to do, but sometimes I guess I feel like me at the current place that I'm in now feel sometimes that I can do it better. So
that you need to be a man first. No woman is supposed to run your show.
And we're making the big bucks and we're running the household. It's reverse roles.
So when you have a woman, then therefore you treat her, accordingly as far as what it takes to get her to be able to react the way you want to. And that's
Foxy, I see you.
This girl, Miss Fox, thinks she gonna
the yam, the whole thing, but that ain't going on. Jimmy Jam gonna smash it. With my guest, Xavia Fox from Xavia Fox Talks.
And you can tell everybody what you want to be called by.
Xavia Fox here, still on the red carpet, represents
X.